How do you get better at jiu-jitsu? That is the question. And you might be saying, your camera sucks. No, your camera sucks. No, your jiu-jitsu sucks. Fuck, that would have been way better. Okay, baby, be calling. Number one is patterns. I'm moving this camera up a touch. Pattern? Jesus, this lighting is atrocious. I know things don't look professional right now, but I'm telling you, it is. Sometimes appearances can be deceiving. That's lesson number one. But lesson number two is patterns. Patterns are everywhere. And that is all that jiu-jitsu is you learn a bunch of patterns. Now, it's more than that because you have to ingrain the skill in your beating the elbow. This is a great example actually. Let me sit down. From close guard. You go to your class and what do you learn? You learn get that wrist, get an arm drag, boom, get like your arm across and pull so their elbow clears your chest. And then you have exposure to the back. And so just from that one move, you learn that if you can beat the elbow, you can get behind. Now that may seem obvious, but once you learn it and you see it in a bunch of different places, it becomes ingrained into your mind. And so then once it's ingrained into your mind, your body will just be able to do it. Subconsciously, unconsciously. Now you might be saying, why should I listen to you? Well, don't worry. Now, if this isn't enough evidence, cool belt, I don't know what is. Boom. Third, no-gi pants. Third, American Nationals. Gi. Another pattern right there. Third, right? Fuck you. But if you learn one thing deep enough and you allow, like you focus on it for enough time and allow it to fully ingrain neurons, whatever the shit. And so then now, when you see the elbow go across the body, you're like, oh, boom, boom. You don't even have to think about it. You just know. But for a beginner, the elbow comes across and they're like, they don't think anything of it. And that's why people say jiu-jitsu is like chess. Because it's patterns. The numbers, patterns. So you need to be thinking of these. As you're drilling a move, you need to be like, what makes this work? What is the pattern here? Triangle. Here's an example. Triangle, you're like, oh, one arm out, one arm in. So then, any other place where you can get an arm out, that's a pattern. And here's a pattern for you. Elbows in. You can't get underneath them. So now you here open for triangles. So just this. You understand this. After you learn enough moves, the red stone underneath every move becomes ingrained. Here I can triangle them because all their space is open. When you do your little hip bump, you're like, oh, they have to post. All that space is open. Triangle. Oh, when they post, I can triangle. So then now you look for them to get them to post so you can triangle them. That's number one. Patterns. Number one is all of it. Number one's everything. So, we have patterns. Can you see it? Hey, focus deeply. What does focus deeply on one thing mean? You're not just hearing this from me, little nobody. Third, who cares? I have a little book for you, which I was loaned and I stole. And if you're watching this video, you will never see this book ever again. It's mine. I want you to, when you're learning something, okay? There's so much things to know, so much things to do, whatever. You gotta learn it all. But if you learn something, one thing deeply, and you understand all of these patterns, concepts, you can deeply understand the concepts more. Are you listening? Get off your phone. And so instead of just having knowledge of things, surface level, like, oh, I move here, but you actually spend some time really learning it. So then you get to know the concepts. So you have your month, your week, whatever time, and you allocate that, we'll say 2 weeks. 2 weeks to learning this thing deeply as you can. Each time enrolling in live, you try to perform the move and you focus on what you can learn. Just get there a lot and learn as much as you can about it. Now, for B, we're gonna move. After you got that, you have started to not come into training with no purpose, no goals. You start coming to training with a desire and plan to actually learn about a move instead of just coming up and being like, who gives a shit? People like jiu-jitsu because it's like, it forces you to be present. Forces you to be present. You are present. You're a gift. For B, presence. If you're watching this, you might be like, Logan, you show up late to practice and I see you falling asleep during instruction. We're not all perfect, okay? But be present. Give the chance to your mind to soak in information. If you're not there, you can't fucking learn anything. If you're not looking at what is happening and hearing the words, and I know if they drone on and on like me right now, you might start zoning out. But you need to be present during instruction and drilling, opening your mind. Like Bruce Lee said, a student must initially become immersed in the fundamentals in order to have any potential to reach a high level of skill. Eventually, the foundation is so deeply internalized that it is no longer consciously considered but is lived. The process continually cycles along as deeper layers of the art are soaked in. Do you understand? Does this have to do with patterns and concepts? Of course. It's about learning. Remember this at all times. Somebody beats your ass completely, absolutely destroys you, obliterates you. You're almost brought to tears because how much of an ass beating you have received. You have to remember, it's about learning. If you measure it with your success, with how much my ass didn't get beat, and I'm talking to myself, okay? That is very hard for me because it's easy to have that as your feedback because it's like, okay, if this was a match, I just got submitted, I just lost. It is not a match. It is not real, okay? You live to fight another day. All that matters, because in a year, you think getting tapped out by that random guy matters at all. No, it does not. What matters more is how much you improved and got better. Okay, so it always has to be about learning. So be willing to be in bad fucking spots and to get your ass beat. And I say this as somebody who doesn't go through that. I do not get my ass beat very much in training anymore, which I think is bad. I don't get into submissions as much, which is really not good because I don't know a lot of my defense. But if I bring it back to learning, I'm like, okay, I need to improve that part. I know it's potentially a weakness in my game, and everything will be way more enjoyable. If every single time you go to practice, it's about your ego, that's how to fucking hate your life and hate training and not get better, actually even get worse. And then it hurts your ego even more. So just avoid that. Just be like, did I get better? Did I learn something? What concepts did I do? What's something different I tried? What's something that worked? What's something that didn't? And you'll actually have fun, because that's what makes it fun. Imagine jiu-jitsu but you couldn't learn anything or get better. What is that? Let me tell you what it is. It's just some guys touching each other, alright? That's not what we're here for. We're here to learn how to improve ourselves. And I just gave you very clearly, could not be more clear, on how to actually improve yourself. This applies to life, by the way. Applies to everything. So, now that I've given you so much free, valuable, amazing information, I think it's about time you subscribe and like the video and comment. Great job, Logan. We'll be coming back for more educational and funny content. So, catch you guys in the next one.